my son was looking for a donor for his second bone marrow transplant. This was in 1996. And of course, I'm thinking, I'm frantic about what's going to happen and how it's going to happen. And the doctors told me that if my daughter wasn't a perfect match or an acceptable match, they would go to the National Marrow Donor Registry and see what they could find there. But they also told me that there's only a 1 in 5 chance at that time in 1996 of finding a match. And the reason for that was there was only 1 million people on it. So the odds weren't good. So I came home and discussed with our club president the situation and what we maybe could do as Rotary, as a club. And I'm thinking pretty small effort at that point. And he thought it was a good idea, and we made it a club project, and I agreed to chair it. And I later talked to the district governor, and he thought it'd be a good district project, and I agreed to chair it. And about that time, I heard of a club in Gilroy, California, that had a member that had leukemia. And they were interested in joining in. So we formed Rotary Project Share Life, which took us from Crescent City down through the Bay Area, San Jose, and down to about King City with the 2 districts. Now the success of those 2 districts in that 13 years has been amazing. We've raised about $250,000, and we've either arranged for or facilitated the testing of about 20,000 people. So that's amazing, and that's just here on the west side of California. When we first started, of course, that was back when you took blood samples and you had to be shipping blood and everything. And we were affiliated with this Sacramento Blood Center. And we did a little work with Heart of America. And then we started working through the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And the advantage to that was there was a lot of grants and money available to help with drives. Currently, and for quite a while now, we've been dealing directly with Be the Match, and that's working out very well. As far as our success goes, I think educating people is one of the biggest things you can do. Your sincerity, your honesty, and your determination, and making it believable. Making people understand that we can achieve this, we can make a difference, and it's only 15 minutes out of your entire lifetime. You only have to do this one time to be on the registry. Something I'd like to talk about is the potential of Rotary. In 1985, Rotary decided to try to make an impact on polio in the third world. And that was the Polio Plus program. They decided they could do this in 10 years, and they budgeted $110 million to do it with. Well, in 2005, now they're already 20 years out, and they just went over $500 million. And but they've just about got it whipped. They have protected 2 billion children from being affected with polio, and that's an amazing thing. Actually, the only polio that's been around, that's shown up, I believe in the last year, is in 4 countries, and I think it was less than 100 cases. Rotary has training sessions for all of their incoming presidents. And this is worldwide, not just here. It's throughout the world. And the session here on the West Coast is held in San Jose, and this is once a year. And it's a very intense 3-day training, motivation, and educational session. In San Jose alone, there's between 600 and 650 incoming presidents every year that go to this, what they call PETS, President-Elect Training Seminar. On Saturday night of that, at dinner, at that seminar for the last 5 years, Rotary has had a patient and a donor, a match, meet on the stage. And you can imagine, I imagine most people that are watching this have seen that. They've had an opportunity to, but if you haven't, it's just electrifying to see that match. One person saved another one's life. And that's Rotary just merely giving a salute to Project Share Life and make the match, be the match, excuse me, for their efforts and their accomplishments. Imagine, if you will, what Rotary and Be the Match could do if they ever teamed up, if they ever got together. There's no government entity, there's no private or charitable organization that could do the things that Rotary can, as the Polio Plus program. And I believe with Rotary and Be the Match, we could tackle this problem. We know what we can do locally. We know what we can do and have done in the state. Why not aim for nationwide? Let's see what we could do there. I'd like to invite anyone that has any questions or would like to sit and talk. I would be happy to come see you, sit down with you, or talk to you on the telephone. I've been here for 13 years on this project. I've been a parent of a child with leukemia. I know how this works, and we just have to make this better. And I believe together we can make that happen. I thank you, and good evening.
There's a hand of kindness holding me, holding me. There's a hand of kindness holding me, holding on to me.